Okay, so I've had a few days to think about it, and I am now ready to put my opinions up about episode 3 of the final season of Game of Thrones, which there's 2 names for it floating about the internet: The Long Night, The Battle of Winterfell. Personally, I know it's the longest battle ever filmed in history, but The Battle of Winterfell might have been a better title because The Long Night wasn't that long, let's be real. So, initial thoughts. I liked the episodes. I thought it was really good. I felt I was in anticipation the whole episode. I quite liked that it wasn't just solid fighting. They tried to break it up, like the scene of Arya in the library, things like that. So that sort of meant that there was up and downs and different things. But my biggest gripe with the entire episode was they killed the Night King. So, okay, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, like I said. I've been giving myself time to think about this. I wanted to hear other people's opinions, and I think it was a podcast of Ice and Fire made the very clear point that the TV series is called A Game of Thrones. So that would make sense that the big final battle would be with Cersei over the Iron Throne. And I do agree with them that I think the books will have a different ending because that is A Song of Ice and Fire, and I do think that the War for the Dawn will be the big ending in the books. Yeah, or at least I hope so. Because there was so much that they missed out. So I was expecting this is another reason why I'm a little bit annoyed. All of my fan theories are now in the shitter. None of them will come true now, and I'm just a bit annoyed at that. So all those spiral patterns that the Night King was making, we're just not going to explain them. All that shit, like even Bran and even the explainer as to why he wanted to kill Bran, I thought was a bit weak. And yeah, I just felt it was just kind of, that's it. Night King's gone. On to Cersei. So I was like, my whole thought for the whole thing was, oh, really good, building up anticipation, and that's it. So I've got so many questions. I feel like nothing was answered. So I think I want to run through what I kind of thought was going to happen in the episode, because there was quite a few elements that were not a surprise, like Melisandre appearing, not a surprise. I think we all predicted that. And I'm really happy that they didn't do it in a sort of Battle of the Bastards and the Knights of the Vale way, where she came in to save the day. She was there right at the beginning, which also caused questions. So how did she escape the army of the dead? She seemed to just ride in straight through them. Okay. But my theory was that the battle was going to go on at Winterfell. We were going to get our everything's fucked moment. And then something was going to happen. They were going to beat them back. And then they were going to realise that the Night King wasn't there. The Night King was away south. There was then going to be something that he would destroy King's Landing. And then there'd be another sort of north to south battle of his army of, like, the rest of the army of the undead coming up north and them coming in. And I thought Bran would be the one to kill the Night King. Because they are connected, they seem to be opposing forces. I thought it would be some sort of, they take each other out. But obviously not. And I'm now a bit confused because my understanding of magic, every single game, TV show, anything about magic, everything has a price. You do not have light without dark. If you want to bring someone back from the dead, it usually costs a life, all this other thing. So there's some sort of balance between good and evil, and I thought that was going to be, so, I feel like I lost my train of thought there. So I thought, or now that the evil is dead, should there not be another Night King? What happens? To me, there's just no balance then. I'm confused. You can't just have... I was also convinced that the Night King wasn't just going to be a great evil, because that just seems very un-George to me. and I don't know if that will still change when we eventually get the books, but I thought there was going to be some sort of explainer for the Whites, that they weren't just going to be this big bad guy that we need to save the day, because it's just so un-George. Everybody's got a shade of grey. Surely there isn't a good and an evil side, but opposing sides, and there should have been some sort of balance. I don't know. And yeah, it just felt like there was this build of the Night King, the Walker, like all this stuff to this go, Arya saves the day. Like, it felt so quick. And I know it's weird to call the biggest battle in film or TV history so far is quick, but I just didn't think it'd be that easy. I definitely thought we would get more deaths this episode. I am in a death pool with some people at work, and I've definitely lost some points because I predicted that I felt they were going to try and get to Dany more. I felt they were going to like kill Missandei, kill off Grey Worm, like kill people that really, really mattered to her. Like I predicted Jorah dying, but I thought they were all going to become Whites and they were going to be in the battle, like this southern battle that I predicted was going to happen is now not going to happen, because for some reason I felt they were going to pick on Dany. I felt Dany's had too much of a constant rise. Like, yeah, she's had her knockbacks, but not major knockbacks like the Red Wedding to the Starks. Like, I really felt that that's where that was going to go. But yeah, so what I will say is I'm gutted that none of my fan theories are going to come true. I didn't guess it right, but that is something that I like about Game of Thrones. They keep you guessing, they keep you on your toes, and yeah, it's weird that you think your predictions, and you cannot, okay, bit of a brain fart here. You want your predictions to come true, but at the same time you want to be kept guessing. Like, I feel so far in the season I haven't had my oh fuck moment. Like, I haven't had just that point where I've went, I can't believe they've thrown this at us, I can't believe they've done that. I was just really expecting the unexpected, and I feel not like, obviously I didn't predict what was going to happen, but it all kind of made sense. There was no fuck moment. Like, there's not been that yet, and I'm still expecting it. I want it, I need it, and I don't know if we're going to get some sort of brand-splanation of why the Walkers and Whites did all the spirally patterns, why he was immune to the fire, which again, yeah, that felt too quick. I felt a little bit predictable. I kind of thought that was going to be, oh, he's actually a Targaryen, because obviously Targaryens in the show are completely immune to fire, or at least Dany is. But yeah, overall, I liked the episode. It was a good episode. I was like I was on the edge of my seat, but I just still need that moment from the series. I just really need something, and I'm, again, to jump back to the podcast Ice and Fire, they were discussing, I completely agree. I think the book endings are going to be completely different from the TV show endings, or how we're going to get there is going to be completely different. There's just so many characters that are not included in the TV show that are obviously not going to be completely fundamental to the ending, but I think there's going to be, because their paths are going to be different to get there, it's fundamentally going to change the story, or at least I hope so, because I still want to be surprised when the books come out. I don't want to go, oh, so it was the exact same as the TV show, because if you've read the books, you'll know the basic plot is the same as the TV show, but how we got there is different. You get little bits of extra insight, there's more characters, there's more storylines, there's much more theories, and I do think that the books will follow the prophecies more, because I keep jumping back to the prophecies, and I just don't think the TV show, I think the whole Tormund going fuck tradition, I think that's them just sort of saying fuck the prophecy. Like, you wanted a prince that was promised, well, it turns out it was Arya Stark, and none of anything from the prince that was promised theory or prophecy matches her at all. So I just think these are the little bits where they're trying to maybe fuck with the book readers to go, we're not following those prophecies. So that might take out the Valonqar theory, because I do think Cersei and Daenerys are almost going to Mad Queen it out. I did originally think that Daenerys was pregnant, and I thought there was going to be some sort of time jump and she was going to die in childbirth. I'm now not really following that. I also thought the Iron Throne was going to get destroyed and that no one was going to end up sitting on it. Again, in my original theory of the Night King bypassing Winterfell and going straight south, I thought that he was going to destroy King's Landing and you would go back to that Dany vision, of King's Landing in the snow with everything all that stuff. But again, is that vision going to come true? Now that they're just like, fuck all your prophecies, or are you just going to fuck the visions too? And I don't know. Like, maybe this is a good thing. They're going to keep us guessing. I don't know. Yeah. So I'd still quite like Jaime to kill Cersei. But I do think it's going to be, because Cersei said that they were brought into this world together, they're going to leave this world together. Is it going to be a sort of double kill thing? We're probably going to get Clegane Bowl now, because Sandor survived the Battle of Winterfell. So that's probably going to be a bit of fan service we're going to get. So that will hopefully be good. Have we confirmed the dragon count? Are we down to 1? Did Rhaegal survive? And also, why was no one making a bigger shit about Jon riding a dragon? You'd think someone would be like, oh, that's really cool. Like, even Sam, someone, yeah. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. We've got 3 episodes left, so I'm not expecting. I feel like people still aren't happy about the whole Littlefinger getting killed, and there's loads of theories about him. I just don't see any of that happening. I don't think the Faceless Men are coming over from Braavos. But hey, all my theories have been wrong so far, so fuck what I think, right? Yeah, so let me know what you think. What did you think of the episode overall? Are your fan theories still in the works? Do you think that the book ending's going to be different from the TV show ending? Let me know in the comments below, and only time shall tell of what will happen in the next exciting installment of Game of Thrones. Yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you feel like it, you can subscribe for more. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitter. I'll put all that shit somewhere. And yeah, Valar Morghulis.